Butterfly. It wasn't too long ago when Mother Fox and Father Fox discovered their little butterflies. They were instantly smitten. "Can we keep them?" Mother Fox asked with glee. "I suppose," Father Fox replied. Before they knew it, they were parents for 3 blue sons and 4 purple daughters. However, none of their children were quite like the pink butterfly. She was a very special butterfly. She was very playful. She loved to sing. She loved to dance. She would play with her brothers and sisters, and she would go exploring to see what she could discover in the big wide world. "You must never go over there," Mother Fox warned. "It is dangerous for creatures like us. The people do not like us inside of their homes." The pink butterfly stared at the house and imagined what people could look like. Do they have wings? Do they have tentacles? Are they big or are they small? She had to find out. The pink butterfly knew what she had to do. She snuck away in the cover of darkness whilst her family slept. "Don't worry, I'll be back soon," she thought. She flew through the woods and began daydreaming about what people might look like. She imagined cute, cuddly creatures. But then her mind was led astray, and she imagined monsters. She got scared and she crashed. When she woke up, she was being held in giant hands. "Oh no, this must be a people. It's going to eat me," she thought. But then the giant spoke. "Hello, what is your name?" It wasn't a monster after all. It was a cute little girl with curly hair, freckles, and glasses. "I'm the pink butterfly," the butterfly said. The little girl smiled at her. The two of them quickly became best of friends. They would spend hours a day imagining the world in millions of different ways. They could be superstars, or they could fight a dragon. They'd climb mountains, and they'd go to the moon. They grew so close that even when they were apart, they could still feel each other. Whenever the little girl needed the butterfly, her wing would twitch, and she would fly straight to the little girl's house. How else would they have their tea parties and their dance parties and, well, just their regular parties? Mother Fox and Father Fox would stand on the hill and watch the pink butterfly and make sure she was safe. They knew they couldn't stop her adventurous spirit. The girls continued on imagining monsters big and small to conquer. But one day, a different sort of monster took hold of the little girl and rapidly multiplied within her, poisoning her blood. The girl didn't quite understand what was happening, but based on her parents' reactions to the doctor's words, she knew it was very bad. "I am not feeling very well, and I am going to have to spend lots of time in the hospital," the little girl said. The pink butterfly thought for a moment, and then she replied, "Don't worry, I will just come and visit you at the hospital instead." And she did, every single day. At first, it was just like the old days. The little girl and the butterfly would play games and imagine dragons and fairies and aliens and anything else they could dream up. But over time, the girl grew weak. She wasn't able to play anymore and struggled to imagine much of anything. The butterfly grew sad. She became so sad that she stopped visiting the little girl. Her wing would twitch and twitch, but she ignored it. She couldn't bear to see her friend in so much pain. She told Mother Fox and Father Fox what was happening, and they encouraged her to go and visit her friend because she would regret it when her friend was gone. Gone? The butterfly didn't know what they meant. One day, a terrible storm came. Butterflies struggle to fly in storms, so Mother Fox had told the pink butterfly to stay at home and go see her friend tomorrow. The lightning was crashing into the ground, and the thunder was so loud. The butterfly was terrified. She wanted to see her friend. Suddenly, her wing began to twitch. The little girl needed her. "Sorry, Mom and Dad, I have to go now." The pink butterfly flew away. She flapped her wings as hard as she could, and she fought the wind and dodged the rain. The lightning was guiding her way, and she could just about make out the hospital when she was struck. She fell to the ground. Her wing was damaged. "Don't worry, little girl, I am coming." The butterfly flapped its wings harder and harder. She was in so much pain, and she was very scared. She managed to reach the hospital, and she flew into the room with the little girl. The girl was surrounded by her family. She had 2 parents, 3 brothers, and 4 sisters, just like the butterfly. The injured butterfly landed on the little girl's hand, and the girl looked at it. The little girl smiled. The clock was ticking. It was so loud. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Then it stopped. Time stood still. The little girl and the butterfly were all better. They had their energy back. "Shall we go on some more adventures?" the little girl asked. "Yes!" shouted the butterfly. The little girl used her magic to turn into a butterfly. The 2 of them flew around the world and into space and saw all the things they could ever want to see. The little girl wanted to go to her school prom. She wouldn't miss it for the world. The butterfly and the girl danced and laughed and sang. Then they decided to visit Mother Fox and Father Fox. They went and visited the little girl's pet dogs, a Chihuahua, a Pug, and a Staffy. And then they watched her mother complete her first marathon. Watched her father drive his scooter across the country. They visited her oldest sister, who worked in a prison, and she had a son. They watched her oldest brother propose to the girl of his dreams on a beautiful Spanish island. They watched her brother buy a house and play with his dog. She watched her final brother make movies. She saw her sister become a mother and met her nieces that she had never gotten the chance to meet. She watched her little sisters grow older than she ever was. She watched her family, and she was happy for them all. After all of this adventuring, she and the pink butterfly were feeling very tired. "Maybe it is time that we go to sleep now." They agreed. They flew back to the hospital and back into the bed. The little girl was a person again. The butterfly was still injured. They looked around at their families and decided that even though they had to go away, that they weren't worried, because everything would eventually turn out okay. They closed their eyes and smiled. The clock started ticking again. The little girl and the butterfly were gone.